Hey, how you guys doing? Yep, it's me, Jesse Walter, author of, a lot of books that haven't come out yet. However, that's why I'm here on Patreon. I want to try to get the word out and talk about the books that I actually have out and the ones that are yet to be written. I work full time for the Colorado Army National Guard, and I also go to school part time. I'm also planning a wedding and all kinds of other good stuff. So I've been keeping myself real busy, and it typically helps to have the support of all these great people that even have just looked at my Patreon page. So what happens here on Patreon? This isn't like a Kickstarter where you're paying for one individual project. You're taking on the role of a patron like they would back in the old days, the Renaissance era. So you are offering me support or any of the other great artists that are on here. And that enables us to, get things like ink and paper and all the other good, nice things that you need, stamps, to submit things for queries. Now, you don't get this stuff for, you're not just giving me money for free. The way it works here on Patreon is you get access to exclusive material. So you get to see the actual process of these books being written. You get a little bit more inside information than the average Joe gets. So you see a lot of the process that goes into writing. Some of the things that we do here on Patreon, like for me, I'm offering free ebook copies of some of the stuff that I already have published. I'm also putting up chapters as I write them, preliminary layouts, also going over the process and talking about things like, paying an editor and doing all those wonderful things that actually are required in order to become a published author. So take a look, see what I got here. A lot of the stuff that I have is public, is just kind of a brief description of what's really going on. I'm working on another book right now. So I have the tetralogy of the seasons of humanity, starting with the fall of humanity, going to the winter of humanity, and spring and summer, etc. I've got 2 of those 4 books written. Working on closing out the 4th one, and the first one's the one that's got me stumped right now. But the project I'm currently working on to hopefully get over that hurdle of writer's block is Meet the Makers, and it's a very unique story. At least as far as I've seen, I haven't heard anything like it. But in Meet the Makers, we're looking at a robotic society that's been established on Mars, because right now Mars is the only planet in the solar system that's also populated, but it's populated solely by robots, which is pretty damn cool. Now, what would happen if we sent more robots over there to get ready for us to go to Mars, and then something happens here on Earth, and those robots are left to their own means? So what kind of society would develop on a self-perpetuating AI? That's the kind of questions that I'd like to answer in Meet the Makers. And part of that, I might actually be able to tie that into the Seasons of Humanity series, and talk about how things are actually going with that, and tie all those books in. So it's going to be like 5 books in that series. And I have another book that's ready in the process. It's in my head. So these are the things that I'm looking to do, and looking for some support. And I thank you for anything that you could do or anything you could offer, even if it's just words of encouragement or sharing a link to this site. And if you're not going to be able to support me, or what I have isn't really up your fucking alley, it's not your cup of tea. Shit happens, I get it. But look at the other authors that are here on Patreon and take a look at what they have to offer and peruse. This is how we create culture. We do it together, we do it with each other, and we do it fastidiously. We have a deficit of culture in North America. And this is probably the greatest project I've ever seen to help us establish culture. Because there are so many voices out there, there's so many hands ready to paint and draw and write, and so many things that are looking to be done. They just don't have the means to do it. So here on Patreon, you have the option of actually helping that and building culture. Not just helping people establish their dreams, but to establish the dreams of our country and, other countries as well. But more importantly, to build culture. So fund the arts, do what you can. And like I said, if it's not for me, take a look at all the other pages that are on here. I'm pretty sure there's something that is like right on par with what you like to do. So, without further ado, I give you my page. Enjoy, look around, shop around, whatever you want to do. And feel free to drop me a message if you're curious about exactly what you get. I thought I was pretty clear with all my little standards of living, I guess. And we'll go from there. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and thanks for checking me out.